Welcome back to World Sports Talk. Today we're going to talk about Xavi leaving Barcelona at the end of the season, right after Jurgen Klopp news. It hit hard, it hit hard. So, what do you think about it?
I think it's a strange coincidence that two big names, two big clubs, their managers decide to leave at the end of the season on their own will.
Yeah.
Xavi also said something similar, like he thinks Barcelona needs a change and a fresh start. Thinking about it, I think he had one of the better tenures in Barcelona in recent years. I mean, they won La Liga, and Xavi didn't necessarily have the best Barcelona team to win that trophy.
Yeah.
They have financial problems. He's the first one to not coach Messi in Barcelona managers. He didn't have a player like Messi in his team, uh, and he took over from a very old and washed up squad from Koeman,
Yeah.
and they made some good signings, good young players, development. And I don't think financially they can compete with Real Madrid. So he's doing the best he can. I think second place is the most realistic place for
Oh
Barcelona.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
They're not a place to compete with Real Madrid at this point in this year or following years. I think Real Madrid actually could win a few consecutive titles, maybe 3, 4, 5 years in a row, with the setup they have and how much better financially they're situated. So
That's been the recurring thing with Barcelona, isn't it? It's like, oh, they need a change ever since like Messi left, ever since their squad got horrible. After Messi left, Suarez left, Neymar left, and then like, what do you do? And every single time they're like, oh, we need a change, we need a change. I don't think a coach change is the way to go. I don't think Xavi was a bad coach for Barcelona. It's just that you're not Real Madrid, you don't have enough money to compete, and you got to do what you did best in 2011: get players from La Masia
yeah,
development team.
probably
And
the world's best academy. La Masia always, you can list 30, 40 players in the last 10 years that come through La Masia, and they're top players in Europe right now. So
yeah,
they always produce. Look at right now, Gavi, Pedri, Balde, all La Masia players, Fermin Lopez, Mark Gio even. Like there's so many players that could play in first team. They always produce.
yeah, and they need to
So
produce even better now and even more, because like I feel like Barcelona, after being on the top for a decade, they were like, oh, okay, now we can spend money, and they tried to get like they spent what 120 million on Osman Dembele or something.
yes,
Yeah, so that's why you're in bad shape. You spend so much money for ridiculous players, and you can't compete like how Real Madrid is competing. You got to
think
produce
about it.
players.
Osman Dembele, they sold him this summer for 50 million. You lost 70 million from Dembele
Yeah.
technically. Bought him for 120 and sold him back for 50. So
Yeah, exactly. So it's absolutely ridiculous, and I don't think Xavi leaving isn't the right decision. That's not the change Barcelona needs. The actual change they need is getting players from development team, and just like how they did, like with Messi, with Jordi Alba, Sergio Busquets, they all came from development team, and they built that squad with a good coach. But now it's like you've got all these players for 100 million, 120 million. It's not going to work out.
who do you think is the next manager for Barcelona?
Imagine if it's Messi. No, I don't think so. Yeah, I really don't know. It could be anyone really,
I think
but
so. It could be anybody.
yeah, because
I don't think right off my head anybody that has Barcelona relationship like as a player from the past or anything like that. That could be a candidate. Um, so I think it's going to be maybe like a upcoming manager, maybe Nagelsmann after Euros if he decides to leave the national team coaching. Julian Nagelsmann could be an option.
maybe.
But I don't know if they want to hire. They usually like hiring German, Spanish coaches.
Yeah, they generally don't hire Germans at all. I don't remember a German coach in Barcelona.
I didn't remember anybody that either is a Barcelona player if they're not Spanish, or they only hire Spanish coaches. Last one they hired was Koeman.
But who would be the Spanish coach right now that they can hire?
Sure.
Like, right? There's not many.
I think I think time has arrived for Pep Guardiola to
Come back. Yeah, I don't think he's leaving City anytime soon. He's pretty happy with Haaland and De Bruyne and all the insane squad that he has.
I actually think he's going to leave City in next 2 years.
Next 2 years.
Let me just put it that way.
We'll see.
If not next year, I think the year after that, I think he might. I mean, it's going to be 9, 10 years. I don't think he likes staying super long.
Yeah,
So
but I wouldn't leave. And
I wouldn't either. But
also, when you think about it, he left Barcelona because like 1 year he was even the champion, and then he left Bayern Munich because 1 year they weren't that good, and like they just fire him if 1 year they mess up, they just let him go. So who knows? Maybe Man City won't be the champions one day, and then they just kick him off. I don't know.
yeah, in our last video, I brought it up. I think this year is Liverpool's year, so I don't think Man City's going to win this year, actually. But we'll see. It's a long season.
We'll see. We'll see. I disagree. I think it's going to be Man City again, but we'll see. Yeah. So thank you for so much for watching this segment. Let us know what you think in the comments about Xavi leaving Barcelona, and please subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell. And we'll see you on the next one.